It's one of the most beautiful places in the world. The perfect spot for a very special 3-day birthday party. What better place to celebrate the 80th anniversary of BMW Motorcycles than the Bavarian Alps?
The next 3 days, I'm excited about having the opportunity to share motorcycling with our riders. It's going to be a pretty big party this weekend. You'll see great roads, great people, a lot of different things there, and it's just going to be fun.
It's day one of the adventure of a lifetime, a chance to join 30,000 people who've all come here to Bavaria for a one-of-a-kind celebration called Motorrad. People like Susie and Mike DeSimone from Medford, New Jersey. For years, they've wanted to come here to experience a dream ride through the Alps.
Decided to come to the Motorrad International Rally, get a bike and ride the southern German Alps. And so things sort of evolved. Have I been thinking about riding the Alps? Every time I'm over here I think about it. Sure. I mean, it's fabulous. Just look at those beautiful mountains and think what a great place it would be to be there on a bike. And so now I'm having the opportunity and we're pretty excited.
It only takes 5 minutes on Friday morning to feel and hear the international flavor of this festival, to realize that no matter where people are from, they all share the same passion for what it feels like to ride.
In this part of Germany, oh yes, it's you drive not straight away, you drive to the mountains and uphill and downhill. It's fine here. You look right, you look left, you see the mountains, forest, you have all here.
The roads are good to ride. They have a lot of curves, and so that gives a lot of fun.
The music and the ambiance and all this crowd, and it's a great feeling, sure. But for me, it's a better feeling to see all the motorbikes, or to ride with other people here in the region, you know.
German riders go out of their way to welcome Americans, quick to point out what makes riding the Alps so very special.
In Germany and some other countries, there is no speed limit. I don't have to say this. But you could drive in another way than in America.
Yeah, you get to know the people and the different cultures here. Especially in southern Germany, you have Switzerland, you have Austria, you have Germany, you have Italy, and you can go around and you get to know the people very good because you're a motorcyclist and the people will like you for that. Just going through the country and feeling everything here. So we invite everybody from America to come here and to travel around, especially as a motorcyclist. So.
It grounds everybody. It makes you all more the same. And when you're on a bike, it doesn't matter what nationality you are. You wave to everybody. There's a camaraderie there.
Yes, it's a dream because it's a unique place, it's a unique occasion, it's a unique event. You can see the people here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a nice region because you can go also to Italy. The location is fantastic here. You go to Austria, it's not far. You can go to Italy if you want. It's wonderful too, and you can go also to Switzerland. It's beautiful. it's only the beginning. Now they are coming very strong this afternoon, and I think tonight or at 6 o'clock, if you come again, it will be full, sure.
Most people ride their own motorcycles to the festival. If that's not practical, you can fly to a nearby city like Munich, where you can rent a bike. You can stay at anything from a rustic inn to a 5-star hotel or camp out European style on the festival grounds. No matter how people get here or where they stay, everyone shares the same excitement about the weekend.
It's going to be so beautiful with the mountains and the lakes and the chalets and the cute houses and all the flowers. So I'm really excited about it.
The beer tent tonight is definitely going to be a good time. We went in there last time, of course, running into people from every country over here, including Russia, France, Germany, everybody. And again, everybody just has that kind of get-together. We're all BMW guys and have a good time, a couple beers after the bikes are parked. But that's my favorite part.
Well, the food is good, you know, we are not in America. You can have American food, of course, fast food, but in America I've been there and I've eaten very well, so I know it's not a problem. The food is good, maybe okay, it's Bavarian food, maybe it's a little bit strong, but you must not eat such things which are too strong for your stomach. You can have also some light food or an excellent fish, or even a Wiener Schnitzel is also very good.
After a full day of riding and motorcycles on day one of the festival, there's a full night of partying ahead, Bavarian style. Combine good music with good food and plenty of cold German beer, and another classic Bavarian tradition comes to life.
Everyone was on tables, standing on the tables with the beer steins bigger than their heads, waving them to the music, and I'm going, it's gonna spill.
And as I said, they know how to do it.
It was very loud, very loud, very loud. But it was good, of course.
Around 10:30 at night, the crowd moves outside for the grand finale to the evening. It was the night of Friday, July 4th, and a magnificent fireworks demonstration lit up the Bavarian skies in honor of the Americans at the party.
They were fantastic fireworks.
It was
And
great.
it was perfect for us because it was our 4th of July.
Yeah.
Fireworks, it was great. It was a big day, yes. It was a nice event, of course.
I feel like it's a small world, actually. You know, I mean, whatever the differences in politics, culture, language, we know a lot about each other. Americans, Europeans, and we're we're not all that different. It kind of is a small world, and we do enjoy most of the same things. We may enjoy them differently, but that's what it made me feel like anyway. It felt like we were, you know, all sort of back home again. It was like having the old American 4th of July picnic. It was wonderful.
We're all brought together for this. Everyone has that common bond. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. We all have that hobby, that shared interest, and everything else kind of falls into place later on after that. You know, it's enjoyable.
And we were at a campfire, and in German English, this guy said to Michael,
It's Independence Day, yeah?
It's Saturday morning, and one of the first stops for everyone on day 2 of the festival is the main tent, where BMW has all its new motorcycles on display. People are encouraged to climb on board and get a feel for the latest models. No one has to be told not to touch the motorcycles at the other end of the tent. These are part of what BMW calls its mobile tradition, the company's unique collection of rare, one-of-a-kind motorcycles representing 8 decades of the BMW brand.
I'm working in the history department, but when I have a look here in this tent and I see all these old bikes and I see the new bikes, I see a BMW style. It's not only the opposite boxer engine or the shaft drive. It's something you can't put into words. It's a BMW style, and I think we are proud for the past time and for the future.
The prettiest, I can't say. I like motorbikes in general, so I can't say this is the prettiest bike to me. There are a lot.
I have no special favorite because it's a problem if you ask a father which is your favorite child, he can't say this one or this one. There are a lot. I think one of the favorite is absolutely the first one, because perhaps it is the grandfather or of all these child and grandchilds that came later.
We're about to go on a test ride. We signed up early and are going to go out one of the test rides, about 90 minutes worth of riding the new BMW bikes. I'm looking forward to riding the K1200 GT, you know, which is on my wish list somewhere down the road.
Yeah. Well, he's got one. He wants another one. I'm like, okay, I want one too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
When we get back to the States, look at getting her maybe one of the little 650s.
So see what happens.
This is not your typical 5-minute test ride around the block. It's another dream ride as company guides take the BMW faithful out for an hour or more, giving every rider the opportunity to check out the new models as they wind their way up and down the twisting Alpine road. As each group gets back, the next group of riders is impatient to leave.
Wonderful. First of all, it's free of charge. It's very well organized. BMW, typically German, accurate, not very, they were not in time, of course, because we've been waiting for the bicycles. There was a traffic jam, so okay, we waited a little bit, but we made a very nice turn, about 95 kilometers, 60 minutes drive, yes.
I'm going to test ride one and see some more of the countryside. Travel some of the roads around this area here that I haven't been on before.
I'm right there with them. Maybe we'll get two.
There are test rides available for every new model BMW makes, and gauging by reactions, every rider finds something to like.
I come from Germany, and driving on this bike is very fine, very good. Better than my bike. I have an old one, and the new engine is better than the old one.
For my part, the test ride was the best time of the day, because you know it's something new, and I've been driving this big motorcycle, which is very heavy, about 400 kilograms. I was a little bit afraid, you know, about the balance, but it was okay because I can drive, I can ride a motorcycle.
That's what David Robb was hoping to hear. Born in Boston and educated at the world-famous Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California, Robb and his design staff back in Munich pay a lot of attention to what riders think about the new bikes.
If you don't walk by the showroom or walk by the motorcycle and go, well, geez, I want one of them, you know, we're not doing our job, and people don't care what theories we got behind the work. Everybody here rides, without exception. The engineers that we've got in this group ride. They've been riding longer than I have. All of the women in our team, which are, let's see, we've got fashion designers, color designers, even one of our product designers, all women. Everybody involved here rides.
That attitude helps explain Robb's overall design philosophy. He calls it the 3 R's. Just ride and ride and ride.
It's funny because when I go to a talk or meet people, I often get the question, maybe it's the gray hair, you know, they say, well, do you ride as well? Of course I do. What would I be doing here if I don't ride?
By Saturday evening, the bikes are all parked. Now, it's time to crank up the party. Part of the evening's excitement is the presentation of special awards to BMW riders. Top mileage honors went to this man and his K100 RS, its odometer showing 150,000 miles on the bike.
They ride an awful lot of miles. We're really high mileage riders. You're talking people that, you know, 10, 20, 40,000 miles a year, and that's more than I do.
Last year there was one biker, he was coming from Florida, I think. He was in holiday, and he won the first prize, I think, because you must declare how far do you come. If you come from China with a BMW, you have good chance to be the winner, of course.
And these are people that are just passionate, they have the time, they use the motorcycle for not only, you know, tours on vacation, but really a lot.
It's Sunday morning, day 3 of the festival, and by now it's impossible not to notice something else that's unique about the people here. It's the fact that so many of them are couples, enjoying a dream ride through the Alps together.
For us, it's wichtig. Yeah, it's important to meet other people from Germany and other countries, and to see the bikes.
Little shoots over to Slovenia, Austria, Croatia, and then riding up through here, through Innsbruck, Salzburg, over into Germany. It's great. Good roads, nice people. We love it.
It's fun. You just up and go. We don't have kids, so we just up and go and just have fun. He does most of the driving, so I just ride and enjoy the scenery, which is beautiful around here.
Got a little intercom in there so she can tell me when I'm going too fast or when it's time for a potty break.
I don't have a communication system with him other than just tapping him on the back or maybe giving him a little nudge. But we find when we get off the motorcycles, when we do our conversations, you might see some couples who sit there after they've been married for years, never speak to each other at dinner. The shared interest is when we get off the bike and we're sitting down to a cup of coffee or a dinner, and we just keep talking to each other about what did you think about that? What did you think about what we saw here or there? And so from that standpoint, we have a lot more to talk to when we get done with our ride or when we just take a break. So we can kind of relive it or say, you know, this was really great. This was the best road yet. And he keeps finding better and better roads for us.
One road everyone finds leads directly into nearby Garmisch-Partenkirchen. It's one of Germany's most famous resorts. Just a 5-minute ride from the festival grounds, it's the perfect place to enjoy breathtaking views of the Bavarian Alps, including the Zugspitze. It's nearly 10,000 feet high. It's the tallest mountain in Germany and just one of the many attractions for people touring the area.
We've been to Austria, to Lermoos, and then to Reuter, and back to the Plan See. It's a lake. It's a wonderful strait through the forest, and we came back at the castle Linderhof of the king Ludwig II. It was a little bit crazy, but now you can see the beautiful castle in Neuschwanstein and Füssen and in Linderhof.
The entire region is a real-life land of fairy tales. Even today, Garmisch-Partenkirchen retains the unique charm of a traditional Bavarian village. Old churches dominate the center of town, their graceful lines characteristic of classic German architecture. Along Frühlingsstrasse, there are beautiful Bavarian homes. Composer Richard Strauss once lived here. You can enjoy cool ice cream on a warm summer's afternoon or go shopping for everything from boots to jewelry to traditional wood carvings.
It's in Bavaria old tradition. We have here schools for wood carving. It's here on the front. The typical is here in Bavaria is a Baroque style and angels and the sun and it's a mask. It's a mask for the carnival, Fasching in Deutsch, Fasching. And in my home is a Corpus Christi, and I have St. Christophorus. This is the Heilige from the bike. Understand me? And here is the tradition Bavarian style. Schuhplattler is here.
Been to Garmisch once before, but we've been wanting to come back, and this was an excellent reason to come back and spend a week down here and see the show and then go out and see some of the local sites also.
There are motorcycles everywhere in town. Some attract the attention of local residents, while other townspeople simply enjoy a slow summer stroll.
In Europe, over here, Italy, all the way up north. Spain was great, but the farther north you go, I think just the better it is. I don't know if the camera could see behind me there, but these mountains and these roads over here, you just can't describe it. I'm just so lucky to be over here and have this free ride every day. It's beautiful. I could drive the same road every day and just see something different or enjoy it each and every time. I love it over here. There's no better place.
For Americans, another highlight of a dream ride through the Alps has nothing to do with the road. It's the chance to watch Jean-Pierre Gois, one of the best motorcycle stunt riders in all of Europe.
We saw the stunt show with this French guy who was doing the wheelies and stuff. Great.
And when he's not performing for BMW, Jean-Pierre rides BMWs. He did all the motorcycle stunts in the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Die.
This is a dream for me, to do or the James Bond or to do a show here, but not on the street, you know. For me, it's too dangerous to drive on the street.
It was crazy. What he did there, spectacular.
You can't imagine that you could handle a bike with this weightness so easy. So it looks like that it's a model and it's a computer animated and so on. But this guy was very awesome.
As for being the stunt double in a James Bond movie, there's an interesting twist to that story as well.
Just before Christmas, then apparently a film company called up and talked to our marketing department. They said, we were really impressed. We think this is cool. We've written it into the script. We need 6. We hadn't been producing it. They were not in production yet. So this scene sounded like a pretty cool thing. So we managed to hand build the motorcycles that were necessary for the film. Of course, you know, they did some sliding and crashing and stunts and everything. So it was actually done to make sure that they had these for filming at that point.
For the James Bond movie, I don't know that it's a BMW Cruiser, and when I see the bike, I say, wow, it's a really bike for James Bond, you know. And after I try, and with Vic, we write new stunts, wheeling, the jump, behind the helicopter.
Last year, I was on a flight back from LA, fly over London, and who should be in first class when I was sitting in business? Pierce Brosnan. So I had a chance to kind of exchange notes and say, you know, well, this is, you know, a lot of people here excited about, you know, what we did for the movie. And this is a great, you know, here for the team, great bike, and it was fun. So there's the whole kind of thing kind of came together.
The beginning is production. Say you prepare the stunt for Pierce Brosnan, but it's Pierce Brosnan do the stunt. I say, okay, no problem. And when we arrive in Bangkok, there are press conference, and he say, no, I do nothing. It's Jean-Pierre. He do all with the bike, and it's a very nice man. And Michelle Yeoh, the James Bond girl, she come with me on the bike, and it's very nice. It's beautiful.
Well, Jean-Pierre has only one complaint: the amount of time it takes to make motorcycle magic for Hollywood.
When I do the jump behind the helicopter, it's 1 day. For 3-second jump, 1 day shooting. And before I make 200 jump for training, it's a long time. And the problem in the movie, when you are ready, all the crew are not ready in the same time, you know. Maybe 200 people are not ready. And it's a big problem. If you do a big stunt or a small stunt in the movie, it's a problem because for the preparation.
He's just amazing. He has fun. I don't know how he does it. I've seen him on a number of different bikes doing things I know can't be done. Just amazing. And he has fun the whole time.
Up next, a way to make anyone's dream ride through the Alps come true. It's mid-afternoon Sunday, and after another full morning of riding and a chance to watch Jean-Pierre's show, a lot of people stop to check out the many exhibit tents at the festival. One of those tents is staffed by professional tour guide companies run by people who organize all sorts of motorcycle tours through the Alps.
We're going on a 7-hour tour, not only through the German Alps, but we're going to get to Austrian Alps and the Italian Alps and then back up. So zip, turn, up and down.
Very many Americans are couples that arrive, and most of them they are used for a long time to ride together. So they have shared riding experience in other countries perhaps, or within America. And so once they decide, why not discover together Germany or Europe?
I can remember the first time that I was in Munich and got to drive a car from Munich to Salzburg and then to Vienna. And that was probably 12 years ago, and I still remember that vividly. So I know having the chance to do it on a motorcycle is going to be absolutely memorable. I can't wait.
They first start and have a lot of expectations, and when they finish the tour, they're talking about a dream that came true, having seen so much, and they like to come back again.
And one of the dreams is also going on the highway without a speed limit.
Which can be fulfilled in Germany, no problem.
What I feel like on a motorcycle is that I'm water skiing on the road. I'm just moving all over the place and feeling it and drifting with it.
Back at the main festival tent, late Sunday afternoon is the perfect time for one more visit. One more look at the motorcycle that started it all 80 years ago. First built in 1923, the BMW R32 set the standard for every BMW built since. It was designed by a man named Max Fritz, a BMW engineer whose real passion was designing airplane engines. He built the bike because BMW management saw motorcycles as an important key to the company's future.
Max Fritz did the whole concept of the bike in only 5 weeks. And after this, they have this detail planning of the engine, of the gearbox, and of the frame. But the whole concept was made in 5 weeks, and there are rumors that he works all the day and all the nights in winter in a very cold room in his house near the Munich BMW manufactory. The price of this motorcycle was very high at this time. It was 2,200 marks. But it was only for the basic motorcycle. You have to pay as optional extra for the lights and for the electrical horns, for the balloon horns, and for the speedometer.
Another favorite for the BMW faithful is this motorcycle. Built in the late 1930s, it has a one-of-a-kind streamlined body and more than 100 horsepower. On November 28, 1937, a BMW rider named Ernst Henne set a record on this bike, becoming the fastest man in the world on two wheels at 175 miles an hour.
It was very, very fast at this time, because you have to imagine the tires are very bad for if you look back today, or the suspension. And they start also with this aerodynamic fairing. They have absolutely no experience like today. You have all these wind tunnels and things like this, and this computer design. But at this time, they have this try and error. And after his record of 280 kilometers, they put the motorcycles in an aircraft company, and they have a special wind tunnel, and they say, okay, if we went 5 kilometers more per hour, he will have died, because the whole motorcycle must be lifted, and with this top speed, there's absolutely no chance for survive, because you have also no protectors, or the helmet was only for aerodynamic reasons, and a lot of riders at this time, record breakers, died.
But Henne did survive, and his record speed of 175 miles an hour stood for 14 years. It's one more reason to celebrate at the party, as if one more reason was really needed. A dream ride through the Alps is an experience worth repeating with new friends and old. Already the people here in Bavaria are thinking about next year.
There's a local motorcycle club, and a lot of them talk about, wanting to come to Europe and ride in the homeland of BMW. So I don't know, from now that I've been here and have had the chance to ride it, now I have something to say to them, and maybe we'll even try to organize a tour with the local club guys.
This is my second year. We've been up here last year too, and of course we plan on coming again next year.
And you don't find it in December, it's only at the beginning of July, and every year in Garmisch. So it's a good invitation for all people riding on BMW and maybe on other motorcycles. If they have some time and if you can come, they are welcome here, because it's a unique feeling. You must see it once in your life, I think.
A dream ride through the Alps, the experience of a lifetime. We hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for sharing the dream with us.